I need to
Alright.
know.
No,
don't
not
need to know.
really. But, ooh, I'm gonna go with soldier this time.
Fucking Waddle. He's not gonna jump once.
I'm not gonna jump once. Hold up. I need to do MP. Oh my god, I forget the commands for some
Yes.
reason. I'm like, I've done this a million times, but the pressure and the anxiety is getting
Just
to me.
because I'm here, I'll leave him. Sorry.
Wait, look at this. Wait, it's like hurt me.
Negative. Yeah.
Alright, time to
If you
waddle.
do too many ones, you'll kill yourself.
Yeah, well, I figured that out. Alright.
How does that work?
Because the numbers will go from negative to positive, and it'll do the positive damage instead after a while.
Yeah, because the computer can only recognize so many digits, so if you go beyond that, it resets. It's for the same reason why Gandhi, once he becomes democratic in most Civ games, becomes really aggressive.
Did you just bring up fucking Gandhi and being a
Yes, I fucking
civilization
did.
nuclear warlord?
Literally, give me alphabet or I nuke your entire.
Exactly, dude. It's like,
Dude, the times I played Civ Rev with my friends on the 360, and then Gandhi would just show up like turn 2 with fucking catapults and demand alphabet. I just lost my mind.
It's because he has an aggression
Bro,
of
he has an
negative
alphabet.
1. He has an aggression of negative 1, and when you become democratic, you lose to aggression, but the computer doesn't recognize 0. So it went to, I think it's 286 or something like that. And that's the highest possible
level aggression right there.
Ah! Dog bread.
Kill it.
I don't get it.
Kill it.
The pug
It's
looks
because
kind of like a
because
dog.
it's the dog bread.
Kill it with fire.
I don't get it. That's
Hey,
disgusting.
that reminds me. We're Pugger. Are we gonna pug tonight?
I can get people.
I will pass because I want to play VR.
Cringe.
Whoever joins.
If Den pugs, I'll pug.
I might
What
be
the
pugging
fuck?
tonight. Are we all here? Are we waiting for anyone, or can I start?
I don't
I'm
even need to
recording
be
it so
here.
we
Why
can
am I
start
here?
anyways.
All right, someone record
Bye.
it. Hopefully, it's not bad. If it keeps happening and it's bad quality, maybe I'll start recording it one day. But that probably won't happen.
I'll try and record it. My internet is kind of bad, but I think it'll be fine.
Well, I think Nighthawk or someone recorded it and it came out fine, but then someone else recorded it and it came out trash. So I don't know. Y'all
Okay.
good?
It was probably me both
Nighthawk?
times.
No, it was me, I think, when it came out trash.
That's
but
a spot? What the fuck?
What? Are you guys that newcomer? What the fuck?
I knew about
Oh my
this.
I haven't
what?
played on this version that much, okay?
This is in both
Are you
versions,
saying,
I
like-
believe.
What? Are you?
Shocked and
Have
stunned.
you played on product before?
Yes.
Okay, well, Pride has always been a spot, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, nobody's gone up there every time I play.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go over callouts then. Surprisingly, even though this map is very small, there's a lot more callouts here than anywhere else.
2 seconds
Yep.
before we start this funny thing. Nighthawk, can you record this?
Yeah, I
'Cause
would,
my
yeah.
internet just... Okay, thank you. I didn't know if you were or weren't.
Me not knowing this map will be forever remembered, apparently.
Yeah,
kinda
we're
sad.
gonna make fun of you. We're gonna make fun of you the entire time, don't worry.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, guys. I
Let's
think
do
we're
it.
ready. So,
Yeah.
as you can see, this is a Koth, King of the Hill, for any of you who don't know. This map is mirrored. So, basically, if you're on blue side, Cliff is going to be on the right, over there, you see. And then if you're on red side, Cliff is going to be on the left. So it is mirrored, but we're going to go over the callouts on the red side. Actually, wait a second. It don't matter. It kind of, it's really iffy. Since it's mirrored, there are some, like, easier jumps to be made. Like, for example, if you're up here on upper, or China, I guess, you could do easier jumps like that, but obviously here, I mean, you could do the same jump, except you just go to the left or not mess it up like me. But typically, so we're just gonna go over. We're gonna start at the point. And we're gonna work backwards. Okay, so these are crates or boxes. This thing right here, a lot of people, spies like to climb on this. Snipers like to stand on this and look towards over there. I'll explain what's over there. This is the point. If you're standing beside the logs, you're capping the point. This is fence. Okay, so I'll do it as if I'm a blue player, and then we'll take it as that. So like this is their fence. This is their cliff. Up here is cliff. You have cubby, which is this little like ditch. A lot of medics hide here. Sometimes they put dispensers here. You have rock, and rock's mainly referring obviously to the rock or anyone standing right here on my screen right now. This is dog bread. The reason it's called dog bread is because inside the shutter there is a dog that looks like a loaf of bread. Okay, we've cleared up the call out dog bread. And this is based off the map Viaduct, but the difference is that there is connector, this guy, to concrete. So this is the concrete, okay? And then you have grass, which is with the pack and the metal that connects to the stairs, which connects to concrete and connector. So this is grass. This is Maine, and this is Japan. What I mean by Japan is this little like little platform here. Japan. Why is it called Japan? Not really sure. The only thing I can understand to why it's called Japan is because if we take a look over here with the bigger wall and the bigger bridge, whatever, this is called China. Like this whole like area here is called China. And so I think the call out is because this giant wall is like the Great Wall of China. That is how I remember this one is China, and the smaller one is Japan. To me, that makes sense to a degree. So then we got Valley. Valley's underneath China. China, Valley, and then you have Japan and Maine. You have your cliff. You have upper. Upper is usually referring to back here where you can't really see. You can also just say upper if he's right here, the sniper or someone, but typically most people will say, hey, he's China, because you'll just look at the wall. Oh, you immediately see where he is, okay? Then this is the house, and I believe we like to call this area just the base of cliff or down here, just in case someone's hiding there or we want to bomb there. So I'll go over the callouts once more. Oh, and the last callout I forgot, Pride. People call this Pride, this rock. A lot of soldiers will jump up here and they'll be like, ha ha ha, and then they shoot rockets. I don't know. Another soldier spot. Yeah.
Pixel?
Say again?
Pixel? There's like a pixel spot you can stand on a sniper. I don't remember exactly where it is, but
What are you talking about?
It's in.
I think it's in house.
Yeah,
It's
it's in
somewhere in
house,
house.
and then you go up to the top. So you go inside and then go to the top.
Yeah,
It's on that corner, that one, like this ledge. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, like here?
If you're sniper,
Or
yeah,
whatever? Oh,
and
I mean,
snipers
yeah.
still there.
I honestly, my time playing, I don't think I've ever seen a sniper here. But hey, if they do it, they do it. You know, like just in my case. Oh, that reminds me. The last call out, porch.
Only reason I bring it up is because last night or 2 nights ago or whatever, there was a sniper there and people called it Pixel.
Yeah, I think it's one of the least used callouts. On the off chance the sniper is here, I mean, yeah, once you call it out, look at his field of view. I mean, maybe you can go a little bit more, but he can't really do much there. Oftentimes, sniper is going to be porch, Sniper's going to be Cliff, or Sniper's going to be China. I think those are the more powerful, and especially when they own the point. Sniper's going to be Rock, which is pretty funny. You can see a lot of openings. You can see Valley. You can see Cliff. You can see Main. You can see Grass. So Sniper's pretty powerful here, I think. However, if the team doesn't protect him, he's not so powerful, but he can shut down a lot of sightlines really fast. Oftentimes, aggressive snipers will come up onto the crates, and they can see the opening to Cliff over there. So if we go over there, we'll just we'll look at what exactly this looks like. I mean, as soon as you walk out, just bam, you're dead. So you always got to be checking for the sniper dot over here. Sniper. This map is like soldier, sniper, demo, and spy heavy. I think not heavy the class, but just big amounts of them.
One thing for spy is that we love to use Japan to hop down onto your medic. We can jump across the window, and then we'll just jump straight onto your medic. We could probably even kill him without touching the ground.
Engineers will jump here. Whoops. They'll jump here, and then they'll jump here, and they'll put a teleporter right here. So you can get on Japan by doing the funny window jump. Often or not, if the teleporter's not there, usually teleporter's going to be in house somewhere. So we're going to go out back to spawn, and we're going to talk about rollout, because that's the first thing that you guys have to do, and it's the first thing that decides the mid fight. So typically, oh yeah, by the way, fun fact, if you shoot the bell, it makes a sound. But
That's cute.
okay, so blah blah blah, I'm the demo man. Haha, I've gotten something funny buff. Whoa, I'm here. I put my sticky on the ground. I jump again. Demo's gonna come here. Now your demo has to make now a decision. Where's he gonna land? Most demos just jump here. I mean, I'm playing soldier, so I'm not gonna make it, but typically on this mid fight, your demo cannot die, and he really needs his team to get there as fast as possible. If your team is any bit slower than the other team, your demo is probably gonna die. The first thing you gotta worry about as demo when coming here, the enemy demo and the sniper, wherever the sniper may be coming from. I know I shot towards Cliff, but he could come anywhere, honestly. What biggest things about demo when I'm playing on this map, if you get faster and you can sort of spam out the demo first, you can put a lot of spam into their main, like put sticks here, and it will slow their teammates. Not even if the sticks do damage, if you just put sticks underneath Japan, the enemies have to take a few seconds to clear them, or they just go the opposite way, and that will cut off the demo man from support, which allows your team to take advantage of that. That's just something as demo could be doing. Typically, everyone else, except probably spy and sniper and maybe NG to a degree. Soldier needs to be whipping heavy, that's apparent. You get whips to here. You can keep whipping them if you want all the way to here and then go, but often or not, like, I would buff my soldier and then buff my heavy, and so once they stop, my soldier would just immediately jump here, I don't know, and try to get some early concrete presence. Generally, the flank is going to be playing on concrete, or your concrete and your grass, so the soldier, the scout, and the engineer. Engineer is very useful, but engineer also has to manage his buildings, so he's kind of rotating in between. You can put a dispenser behind rock, you can put a dispenser in cubby, you can put your telly on Japan, you can put your telly in the house, you name it, figure out what works best for you. Putting a mini sentry right here is insane. You have no idea how many scouts are furious when there's a mini sentry, and how useless your scout becomes when there is a mini sentry. So please, man, soldier, anyone, sniper, spy, destroy the mini sentry. Your scout dies instantly to those things, and so does your pyro. So get rid of the sentries. When we're coming out, we need to really focus on not soaking up all the damage. We have to be able to spread out. That's the biggest problem of product, is that you're always so close together. Now, in a sense, that does work for you, but typically, Demo Man is insanely strong on this map, and if Demo Man can just put some stickies and hit all of you at the same time, he's going to get massive damage. He's going to farm his logs. He's going to be like, wow, look at my 600 DPM. And he's going to kill like 7 of you. So please spread out and don't take the same damage. It's inherent that your medic is able to get here safely so that your medic can start healing your demo and you guys can start walking. Now, for the demo, I don't know if your demo player is here because I know it's not trips anymore, but typically how my demo plays any Koth is he first figures out, the biggest thing that he figures out is where is the enemy sniper. We need to be calling out where the enemy sniper. Oh, sniper is Cliff, you say? Okay, let's all play by dog bread. Let's walk over here. Oh, sniper's on China? Okay, let's walk sort of, you know, like out of his sight line. Like, obviously, it won't be perfect. I mean, he still can probably take shots at you here and there, but you're trying to minimize the amount of area he's able to shut you down, and just sightline blockers are necessary for pushing, and you need to know where the sniper is. You can't just walk out and watch your medic get body shotted. I'm going to cry. Typically, that's going on. We need to be spamming them out. And there are 2 ways how the mid-fight on product usually goes. Now, if it doesn't go either of these ways, don't be surprised. But typically, in my case or my experience, the average thing is one team's going to get really aggressive and they're going to destroy the other team, or it's going to go into a stalemate sort of thing, and it's going to take really long to cap this point. You have to all push together, and you have to push at the right time, keeping in check of their heavy and their demo is very imperative. You need to be aware of what they are doing, what's their health, knowing how much damage, call your damage on the demo, make sure there's no funny soldier on pride, make sure there's no, you know, bombing. Bombing is very, 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 very prominent on this map, and double bombing is very, very prominent on this map. My personal opinion, how you should be playing the point, let's say, like, I'm usually playing down here as medic. My demo could be there, my heavy could be on the rock, my pyro could be supporting me, making sure no funny spies come, no funny spies here, no funny spies there. Spies are everywhere, by the way. Your sniper wants to be playing with his combo as much as possible. I kid you not, if your sniper is not with your combo, he is going to get farmed by the spy, and he's going to have a bad time. The flank can't protect him. The engineer basically will have to either sacrifice not supporting his buildings, not supporting the flank, to come protect the sniper. It's not something like your engineer's forbidden to do, but know that engineer has other things. Engineer and scout are basically the people who want to be capturing the point for you, or starting the cap at least. They may not be able to finish it, but going from no cap time on the cap to like, oh, it's 75% done because my engineer sat here or my scout sat here and just capped for as long as possible. Know that your engineer and scout need to be ready to, they're basically the initiative of capping. Now, obviously, if there's stickies or there's just all of them are on the point, your scout walking in or your engineer walking in is probably going to get melted. So we need to be careful of that. Now, if for some reason the mid-fight does not go our way, let's say we lost our demo, we lost our heavy, we need to pull out once we know we're losing players. It's like we're down 3 and they're still up all 9 players. It's a good chance you're going to want to leave. Leaving through Japan is fine. Leaving through Maine is fine. I think you have to just respect where the sniper is and figure out in the moment what's the best way to leave. As a medic, I don't like going to the grass pack. Always go for like the cliffside pack. I don't know, it's just safer. Now, most teams do 2 of things. When they lose the point or they lose the mid-fight and they retreat, they're going to be playing behind house or on cliff, like the base of cliff over there. Typically, that's what the combo is going to be doing. You are allowed to push from cliff, you are allowed to push through valley, you are allowed to push through main. However, you have to take into account what's going on. I honestly think main's a good push point, but if they're holding down the point and they have their sniper there, they have like demo and sticks and stuff, you obviously main is being heavily guarded. You know, you have to react to the situation that's going on. Product is a DM fest, and dealing damage and taking damage is, dealing damage and not taking as much damage is just as important. So you can't just all go through the choke at once and all get obliterated by 2 pipes. Just doesn't work that way. Now we can go from cliff. This is fine if you're gonna play from cliff. I'll go over what I would be doing on all of these types of pushes. If I want to play, let's start with cliff. So I usually group up my combos here, all 4 people, and maybe my sniper as well. We're getting some buffs. My medic's not, or I'm not peeking this. My heavy starts to peek this. My demo kind of starts to peek this a little bit. My sniper's like, whoa, I'm peeking too. Buff me, medic. Sniper goes over here. Oh, bam, bam, bam. Depending on if he gets the enemy sniper, that's huge. If not, no worries. We're still going to be taking this. We just got to figure out where the sniper is. While this is going on, your flank has to have control of grass and the stairs. You can't push the point when your flank is dead, and vice versa. You guys are basically fighting 2 little battles that combine into one towards the end. Then I'd start, let's say like, oh, sniper's not watching cliff, you know, I'm gonna come up here, sniper's dead or something, then I'm with it, we're checking for spy. Typically the heavy can stay up here. Our demo and medic and pyro are gonna probably drop down. Sniper can stay up on China or on cliff, depending on what sniper wants to do. Our demo is gonna start taking this engagement, putting some spam out. There's a lot of cheeky spam angles, like if they're in cubby, you could literally spam like right here, like where my crosshair is, and then they all land in the cubby and kill them. We need to really, like, we gotta work ourselves into a push. We can't just all rush in. It doesn't, I mean, that's like a surprise tactic, but it's probably not gonna work. We have to, like, ease our way into a push, build some ground that we can hold on the offense so they can't just overrun us. Typically, there are going to be stickies on this fence. Always. Stickies right there. And stickies on this rock. Always. Please check for them. If the demo didn't die, and they got the point, he probably placed some sticky bombs. Okay, it's just expected. So, that's one of the ways we can work cliff in. It's probably the safest route, I'd argue, but it can be very, very punishing if they know how to stop a cliff push by just putting out lots of damage and controlling the point really well. We can talk about pushing from valley, which is similar to it, but it's more of like, I think it's more of an aggressive push, in my opinion. When my team tries to take valley, we really want to get rid of their sniper, and we all want to get up in their face. This is a bit of a broad sort of push. It works, it can, like, if you can get up to cubby and you can start taking ground here, but just know that, like, there is no right or wrong. I mean, okay, don't quote me on that. There is a wrong way. As combo, you should never be pushing concrete or playing over by concrete. It's just typically bad. Main is also seem bad, but it can be really good if, like, you've killed their sniper and their demo is their sticks and stuff. Like, if we can get our players through this tiny choke, it is probably the smallest choke here. We can get access to our rock. We can get access to, like, here. It's just trying to hold a line and just work your way into pushing, because once you get to the rock and once you get to the cubby, now your flank can sort of breathe and they can try to take concrete and help you. What is this? This is a weird angle that I think is cool as soldier. I think it's like right here, but soldiers tend to do this. So typically, if you see where they're spamming right there, like, what is it? That could try to put pressure on the defending team. There's a lot to it. I think. So I keep saying.
The point you're referring to is called Seagull.
Oh, see, I just called that. We just called that gay spot. Me and
I was talking with my soldier mentor, and they recommended just shooting into a connector right there. Once the match
yeah, a
started.
lot of soldiers do. This is huge as well. But yeah, It's pretty good. My soldier's always there. I just didn't. We don't really. Some people call it the Pride gay spot. I don't know. I just call it Pride. I never really had a real call out for this, other than we just call it the Soli spot or the gay spot.
Do be aware
Now-
that spies can also get up there. In a seagull.
They can. From
Yeah,
this?
by hopping up the up there. If you time it just right on that little piece of metal, you can I think you can do it as
Soldier, I'm gonna
soldier,
do
but
it.
as spy you can do it.
But it's a cool little place. I just always see soldiers here. Now, let's talk about once we've taken the points from them, or they've backed off, or vice versa. How do we play this aggressively, or how do we hold the point? Now, in my opinion, I think holding aggressively on product is good, but I don't think it's the best. My thoughts on it are, it can be very strong, and typically what you have is your demo and your heavy and your medic and your pyro all along dog bread, okay? Now, your flank has to be owning flank for this to also work. Your flank has to now start holding their concrete. Your sniper can play rock, but he's kind of disjointed. He can play China. He can play by this fence, I think is a little bit better. The problem with holding dog bread when you have the point as a medic or just as the combo in general, there are two spots that your medic needs to be aware of and your team needs to be aware of. Snipers come dog bread, or sorry, China, they instantly can see dog bread. That's the biggest fear. Another one is a really weird angle that got me once, which is like from grass, like right here. So watch out for that as well. Also watch out for stairs. I don't know. So sniper is really what's going to probably break your aggressive hold. However, if you can keep the sniper in check, your sniper, your spy, your flank players, give it as it be, then dog bread can be really effective. But I just don't think it's like, it's a good aggressive hold. It has its flaws, but other than the sniper, I think it's very, very strong. I think the sniper is really what kind of owns it in a way. So that's how we can hold aggressively. We can also put our flank, like maybe our soldier or someone, to just come into like their house. Putting hiders in their house is very strong. You can catch a lot of people off guard. What my team likes to do as a funny thing, and I don't recommend it, is if we've completely wiped them, and we know we've wiped them, my demo, my heavy, and we all jump up onto their cliff, and we start holding it very aggressive like sixes. I mean, at least the medic isn't, but that's an if. You can try it. If it doesn't work, don't be upset. If we want to hold more passively, let's say we don't want to hold dog bread as an aggressive hold, I don't like Cubby as much as like a lot of new teams think Cubby is really strong. I really don't like it at all. Like, okay, let's explain how you would hold this if you were gonna hold Cubby. Your medic and a dispenser are in this corner. Your heavy's probably up on cliff, doing the funny. Your demo is probably right here, putting out some spam, and your pyro is probably playing a little bit lower in valley, just trying to check for spies and stuff, and maybe your sniper's on porch or on China or somewhere. But this is really passive, and I don't really like it because you're giving up so much ground for the enemy to just take for free. I would rather, if you're going to play passive, play around the rock. It is a bit more dangerous, and it is more susceptible to spies and maybe bombs, but I do think you have more presence on the point when you play here. And you're involving more people, and your flank can get buffs and heals relatively easier. So, medic's usually down here in this valley, I don't know, back against the wall sometimes, maybe there's a sniper, really, medic has to be checking constantly, checking for bombs as well. Your heavy can play up here, and your sniper, whichever one. Heavy's pretty strong on rock. Demo can play by the fence, get really more aggressive. Your pyro can support main and support the medic. but just know, like, this map is really small, and you'd be surprised how fast people can get behind you. You'd be surprised how fast people can bomb, how fast, like, snipers and spies come up again. It is really, really, like, not scary, but just intense of a match. I don't know. I don't hate Product. I've always had mixed feelings on it. I think the sniper's a little bit too busted on it, but that's just probably not in your division, isn't a problem. But just in the higher divs, when sniper becomes an actual problem, he's just able to see too much, I think, in my opinion. Here's a funny spot. I don't know, soldiers sometimes hide here, and then medic walks through valley. Medic's dead. I don't know. Is there any comments on Product? Do you need me to go over callouts? Do you have any questions?
What are some good teleporter spots?
Right here. Hold on. I don't know if the stream's lagging, but see where I'm standing?
Yes.
This is Japan. How do we get to Japan as an engineer? We go to our concrete. We jump on the little fence railing right here. Boop. And then we jump again. And we can put a telly here. That's kind of cool. Okay? Now let's say...
That seems pretty dangerous
It's
when
dangerous.
you're walking in front of the entire combo.
Well, you put that there when you have a chance to move your telly to there. Oftentimes, they first start off with their telly in house. I don't know. Your dispenser can go rock or cubby, depending on what your main caller wants. You know, you could reject my rock strategy and decide to play cubby. That is totally fine. Or you could play, like... It's up to your main caller, really. These are just, like, examples of what we can do and what we can change up. Remember, just because I told you to hold dog bread aggressively and it doesn't work, doesn't mean you have to keep trying it 4 or 5 more times. Realize what works best for your team. I'm just trying to give you guys examples of what to expect in Product, what to know. There are some traditional holds that I went over, but really, like I said, Highlander is really defined by teams that are creative and more innovative and can really, like, change the meta. I mean, when I first started playing Product, at least even in IM or just in my divisions or just what I saw, there was no teams that were playing by dog bread. They were all playing passive, you know, until just recently I saw a lot of teams now playing dog bread. Like, the meta does change. Sure, the crossbow and gunboats are always going to be insane, you know, they're always going to be, like, meta defined, but I think position wise and just strategy is going to change. But hey. Also, biggest thing I want to talk about. Scout. Don't
Yes.
die.
Okay.
You are so cool, not only on the flank, but you are so cool in the combo as well. You can really help them, not only cap, but, like, really, really good if you're 185. Scout, every time you die, get a buff, get a buff, get a buff. Medic, you need to heal. I know you're doing fine, but there's some medics that just refuse to buff for some reason, like crit heals. Really just say crit heals, crit heal me, crit heal me. Obviously, if the medic's being attacked or the medic's Ubering at the moment, probably not gonna crit heal you. That's expected. But if the medic's just healing people and putting out buffs, trust me, 72 hit points per second, bam, insta scout to 185. Any questions, any comments, concerns, class related, team related? We could definitely go over some more stuff. If you have an idea, free for to speak now.
Go over like a forward hold.
Okay. Well, what do you mean by forward hold? Do you mean just playing on the point, or do you mean like playing past the point?
No, like we killed them and stuff, and now we're like getting pretty aggressive.
So you've wiped the combo?
Sure.
Okay. Well, Dogbread's fine. Like I said, you can try to play as the combo on the enemy's cliff and up here and maybe put some people in house and then play on their concrete/grass. But just know, like, you're closer to their spawns. I don't really recommend playing this reckless here. Like, yeah, you may be up here on the cliff, you know, you may kill some and stop their push, but just know that, like...
But if you're there, you should be the most notice.
Yeah. Typically, I like putting Demo Man and Heavy here to fight their cliff and fight anything Valley and fight things House. While your Medic and Pyro are on Dogbread supporting them. They just gotta really watch out for Sniper from China and Sniper from, like, Main or Grass. And really it's your flanks job over here when they're playing, you know. As a soldier, my biggest tip, farm the health kits. How about you, but you should be farming them. But that's product. I don't really have much to talk about it. I will go into more depth and we'll look about how you guys are playing it. And I think that always helps more than this is just basics of product. Nothing too fancy here. Any comments, questions, concerns?
Like, I haven't been here for the past, like, 10-15 minutes-ish. Is there, like, a TLD?
Yeah, we recorded. I'm gonna send you a link to a YouTube thingy. A video.
Okay.
Okay.
If
That
anything
works.
else, would you want me to go over the callouts one more time? Does everyone know the callouts, or?
Did you go over porch?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
porch.
Yeah.
I mean, we could briefly go over the callouts once again. That couldn't hurt.
Okay, so here's the point. Here's crates or boxes, whichever you prefer. We have the fence. We have Dogbread. We have rock. We have cubby. Cliff up there. This is house inside. And then this little strip outside is the porch. Just go up to cliff. This wall and like this upper part, you can refer to China, basically. It's like the Great Wall of China. This is like upper still, and then this is Japan. Here's Pixel, kind of interesting. Don't really see it used that much, but it is a call out, so.
Pixel?
Yeah, this is grass.
Well, why is it called Pixel?
Why is it called Pixel? Well, you're standing on a pixel, essentially, and you're a sniper and you're trying to snipe from here. Pretend I'm a sniper and I'm looking at the enemy side. I'm on a pixel, standing here. That's why it's called Pixel. Or it's Pixel Peak. I mean, that's the other way I could think of it. This is the base of cliff, and then here's actual cliff. We have Valley, which is under China Valley, and then you have Japan and Maine. Maine is this entrance right here, and then we have the stairs, and then we have concrete. I think they called this Seagull, the Solely spot. This is Connector, this area with the little health kit. Oh, and then the last one, Pride, which is up here. A lot of soldiers go up here. Or, what I see often is they'll bomb there. Also, the demo will bomb over there. Often or not, if they're at disad and their medic died and you have full charge and you guys are defending, they're gonna sack soldier, and don't expect like only the soldier. Sometimes like the soldier will go whatever, you know, and he'll do the funny bomb, and he'll land somewhere over there, but also the demo will tend to bomb as well. So So be ready for that. And a spy may be lurking behind you, and they might all three try to kill your medic at the same time. Is there any comments or questions?
Is there a call out for the crate behind you in between Japan and concrete?
This?
Yeah, and the window to the right.
No.
Oh, a large ass box.
Barrel?
Barrel, I guess, could work.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. People call this crates or boxes, so I don't... Yeah, I don't know.
I know that's a very specific call out. Probably
You
only
can call
the
it barrel.
spy.
There's
but,
nothing wrong with saying barrel.
Okay.
I think I've heard it called barrel like once.
Yeah, I don't ever hear people...
I've never seen anyone play there. So maybe like a sniper once.
Spies do it all the time.
Well, I mean, a soldier could be playing like barrel on the enemy's teams. You know, a lot of times I've seen heavies be like here or a soldier, but that's when they have the point, and they're playing a little aggressive. Any other questions?
My question is thank you.
Oh.
Anything specifically for main calling? Like, is there any specific thing I should be aware of?
Call out where the sniper is and realize when you hear, if you don't call him out, you know where the sniper is and you know the map, you need to know what sight lines block him and what sight lines he can see when he's there. Obviously, keep in mind, sniper is not a statue. He can rotate, that is apparent. But, more than not, they might stand in one spot. They might be trying to play from cliff. If they're playing from cliff, we know that dog bread is cool. We can push up there. Really, the biggest thing I think I see with a lot of new teams is understand that you need to group up and reset and then push again. If you keep sending in one by one, unless it's like overtime, it's just you're sending in multiple people one by one, they're just gonna keep dying, and they're always gonna have numbers on you. The problem with product is that you can't, like, numbers are so important, and once you're down players, it turns into a DM fest, and whichever team has more people shooting at the other people is probably gonna win. That's just how it is. So numbers are very, very important here. We must not feed. We must not, trickle in one by one. We have to push together when we're all ready. We have to communicate when we're gonna push, and it'll be good. But the dilemma is that you cannot sit back here for a minute deciding to push. It's more of just a brief moment. You have to collect your gear. Hey, I'll pretend I'm the demo, I see my medic heavy and pyro here. Alright, combo, we're gonna push Valley. And then you guys are gonna start pushing. If you sit here, the clock's gonna still tick down, and the clock is gonna be what destroys you. You may get that last 30-second, enlightenment. Oh my god, we gotta push now. But we need that incentive 3 minutes ago, Fortunately, the enemy team, time is against you, especially when you don't have the point. Time is just going to keep going down. The team wants to wait here as long as possible so they can see their little number go down to 0. And then they can smile while you guys lost the match. Any more questions? If not, I think that'll be it. Thanks for showing up to my TED Talk. It's been fun. I'd like to thank the Academy and everyone else.
Mr. Dentist.
Don't forget AIM Labs.
Vanished from Red Knight Vikings. What are your current thoughts on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict?
Yikes. Sorry, don't
I hate you both, Jared. I am
Dude,
this
I'm
man's
insane.
agent, and he will not be taking any more questions about politics.
I mean, I
I'm
can
a
say something super yikes about that.